Hello, everybody. We're going to play Hooked on You, and I already love it from the little splash screens of all the killers. I could only wish there were more killers, but I'll take what I got.
Yep.
Um,
What is it? There's
Wraith, so we'll get past this drink, and it'll show all of them. So there's Huntress.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Yep. Trapper.
Yep. Muscles upon muscles.
Spirit.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the Wraith.
Ah.
Ah. So we're going to go
And
into...
a drink.
And a drink. So we're going to go into new game. I've already played this once, but we're going to do a new file. And yeah, so what do you want your name to be? Do you want to just be Mark?
Just go tap. T-A-P.
Oh. Weird name.
Well, we're gonna tap that ass. I mean,
Oh, boy! Okay, there's a lot of reading. So if I get hoarse or if I don't do voices, forgive
Do you
me.
want me to do some of the voices?
Well, because all I was thinking of is like I could try to have a Russian accent with the Huntress, and then I'm already feeling like really self-conscious. Because there's your voice. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you've nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute? Or I can go on. Because I can give you a minute. We got plenty of time. Especially endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Tap. May I continue?
Please go on.
Okay, then. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick.
Onto the head.
Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do?
Run.
You turn away from the wretched sight and begin to run. But the beach, it's endless. Despite how far you run, you get nowhere.
Yeah, it's just a tiny island and you keep running around it.
Exhausted, you stop and look behind you, your footsteps erased by the soft blue waves. You turn inland. Considering your lack of options, you've got no choice but to walk into the brush. However, the beauty of the beach is not shared by the darkness of the palmy woods before you. There's nothing inviting about the shadowy forest. Terror freezes you on your steps. Why are you trying to run away? This is paradise. You're here to enjoy yourself, don't you know? Have a little fun. Take charge of your own experience. Well, that was sure weird, that voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms.
Yeah.
Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump onto your foot.
Oh, a volleyball! Wilson?
When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting there in the sand next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. She's so pretty!
Ooh. The detached leg as well.
For 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes.
Oh.
Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at that stare as these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there.
Looking at these 4 wonderful human beings, I'm pitching a tent right now.
So many competing feelings rush through your mind all at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monsters lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do?
Wilson, who should I pick? I'm gonna just go toss it back.
Okay. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arches beautifully through the air and lands right in the huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Black. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you step out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Tap. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next.
I'm guessing the spirit is a tsundere.
It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, you nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit.
Hell yeah.
Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands.
It's called Himbo, thank you.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's just a game. Existence, that is.
Oh.
Besides, you seem a lot interesting in a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. The sign means he is done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something.
I'm guessing we do have to pick one of them at some point.
Yes.
We can't just vote for all of them.
I wish, but no. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Tap, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time to do that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well.
Okay.
This is a timed quiz, and it will be very important later. I'm going to put down a save for us.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, hi. Sorry. Sorry, I can't read my chat when I'm in the game, so how you doing, Flair?
Hi, Alan.
Yes, I would vote for all of them. Very definitely. Yes, you can play the game enough times, you can date them all, but yeah. So, yeah, since Az can see the chat without me, he'll probably have to tell me if something's being said, and if he doesn't answer, whatever. He a good boy. Anyway, onward!
Yeah, I'm a good boy.
Alright, it'll be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way ever. Probably that one. I can't remember.
I'll translate for you, Alan, don't worry. Onwards!
How attractive would you say you are?
Average.
Okay. You gonna do
Pretty
you?
average, I think.
Just another face in the crowd, another normal, meaningless life, and an endless cycle. I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh, fucking hell. Invisibility. Invisibility?
Same, although sometimes I think I already am. What was the best subject in school?
Math.
Oh,
Probably
sorry.
math.
I skipped that. Sorry, I twitched.
I mean, to be honest, when I'm saying it out loud, I'm
Yep.
saying the thing anyway.
It's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. What's your favorite animal?
Cat. Mustard? What? And no, I didn't pick history because I didn't actually do history. I did maths and science.
What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm a typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love for all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color?
Red. Red.
Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain.
I'm not picking corpse.
What's your dream job?
Not working at all. That is actually my dream job.
Yep. It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream.
Vanilla. I'm not picking horse flesh before you even say it in chat.
My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chocolate chip is the greatest flavor I ever conceived myself. But enough about
That
ice
would
cream.
kill me.
Am I right? Hold on a second. That reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn from before we go much further. Do you know what I say? Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator? You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream?
Mint chip?
So obedient. I think you're going to do
Am I-
just fine.
Am I a good boy?
Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to start getting to know you. Wants to get you to start knowing them. I didn't read it. I'm Trapper. I'm pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith.
I don't like Lugers either.
Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose just not take part. Jeez.
Also, hi, healing soup.
Hey, Soup! Jeez, it's like she's downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh, no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is. I know what you mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it.
Just
Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes.
Trevor reminds me of Jacob.
Yes, I know! Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it.
Can we get Jacob to voice the Trapper?
I'd have to ask him during a read-through if he wants to do the Trapper. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat docked nearby.
You got a yacht?
I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him. He just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth. The way it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty of its engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful.
Play Vogue in the background. Strike a pose.
Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you so serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill at night right now. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go?
Lounge.
That's the yacht. That's the lounge, I think.
Hell yeah. It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge.
To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer.
Yes, mommy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we should probably give her a second to calm down.
Okay.
Hold on, there's your boy.
Hey!
For one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall hereforth refer to them as survivors with a capital S.
Yes, Alan, we're dating the pessimistic goth girl who doesn't want to have a job or do anything aside from murder.
So, should we go after Wraith then?
No, I'm good.
Okay. These two have worked here a long time. So very long.
I mean,
I don't actually know
it's a
how long it's
big-titted
been.
goth GM.
Sorry. Anyway, and I do like playing her as a killer.
Yeah.
Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette get to their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps.
Oh my god, those short shorts.
Yeah! We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend remaining for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please follow us.
Hey, narrator?
Yes? Something I can help you with?
Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape?
Escape? Them? Oh, no. No. I think you're mistaken.
It seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though.
Oh, right. Yes, that's true. He was. But he just meant that he wants to get to another vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. If one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out, very luxurious. Don't quite have the charm that is on this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes with a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? Lounge?
Lounge. No, I don't think we can date the help.
No, you can't date the help. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us will be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know those idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kind of threats around on the island. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off.
You're welcome.
Are we threatening to end each other again? Ha 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 ha. Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar and make you a drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. So what will you be having?
I have a virgin daiquiri, fuck it. I didn't come here to party. I'm just trying to make the best of a very strange situation. I don't know. How about a daiquiri?
I know how to make that.
But skip the liquor. I'll have mine virgin.
Trapper snickers at your choice of words. Sure you will, kid. Don't mind him. We don't need to soak ourselves in booze just to please someone else's expectations. If you ask me, there's enough spirits here already.
Oh.
Besides...
The only spirit I want in my drink is you.
Oh! Besides, alcohol just numbs you to the painful realities of the world. I choose to face them head on. You'd never do something like that. I don't know. Wait. You'd never do something like, I don't know, hide from it all behind the world's largest hat or anything. Please allow me to ignore any fashion advice from a man wearing a doll face as a mask. Not a doll's face, jerk. Since we fulfilled your request, it's time for you to return the favor.
Oh boy. I should have known there was a catch.
Icebreaker time! I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiasm community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempted to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I even set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind. I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine? Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat?
To the ocean!
I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking the topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd.
Totally.
Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction, or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They are much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you. Tap? What's your desert island book? Desert island book. No, dessert! Desert island book.
What's your desert island book?
The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious.
Oh.
She means because this island is horror. This is an island of horror villains. And also, those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has already gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite?
I'd have to go with the OG Dracula. Dracula is one classic. That's still scary. To be seduced by some beautiful stranger only to learn later that they are an immortal villain. It's downright...
Thrilling?
Well, I guess, but I was going to say...
That despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger or even death that he possesses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents?
Same here.
So, what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who did they think they would buy into that? If you're going to be trapped in a nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about, you could do a lot worse than great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. The scariest part of Dracula is thinking that no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love to as a vampire. Enough about old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own.
I think I made a good choice.
Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eyes. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in circle and spin this bad boy. Great idea! Yes, the trickster is going to be... Yep.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm going to make Trickster the... Whoa!
Whoa!
Because I hate him so much. Okay. Great idea! Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so... I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello. And who is the new fan in waiting? Beat it, Hack.
I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game?
Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret trickster ending. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That's it. But let's be clear. This ain't a peep show. We're here for a good time, but in a classy way. All make-out...
way to say make-out is just swap spit.
All make-outs will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal. So we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out with some other side of the bar. But not watching. Like adults.
Totally.
Romantic. Well-adjusted adults. Tap, you're up.
Hell yeah.
You grip the bottle in your hand. And you put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of 2 parts. So anyway, this is doing a generator.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
Fuck this up.
Wherever the pointer stops is your result. So this is a little bit different than the other ones. Suppose it doesn't stop where you want it. It's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play? Yep, we're ready, because I don't need those instructions.
Ready.
Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Ooh, who do you want to try to smooch?
I mean, isn't it obvious?
Oh, Spirit? Not Spirit. Yeah, Spirit. You got Spirit! You two were meant to be. Psych! You've actually spun multiple times to get your real result.
Fuck!
First to get to 3 is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this island. Now get your spin on! Oh no! You got Trapper. Huntress!
Oh no!
Boop, boop. Fucking sake, everybody! You're just gonna kiss everybody. Yay!
Yay!
Fuck! At least it's Huntress. Oh, yay!
Yes!
Spirit is your true match. You seem really, really stressed out. No, Flair, I went with Huntress first. Yes, I love Rabbit Lady. I love Rabbit Lady. She can crush me between her thighs all she wants. But anyway, Spirit is your true match. Ooh.
I just want goth mommy. That's all I want.
Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach towel at Spirit, lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Spirit takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. Spirit begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat in a job interview that you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try to lock lips in this state, you might gross her out. So completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again.
Spirit, I
have some bad news for you.
I have something in my teeth, don't I? I think it might be seaweed. I have no idea how long I was in the ocean for that ocean for.
No, well, maybe, but that's not what I was gonna say. It's not happening. Not now, maybe not ever. If they think I'm gonna make out with some stranger just because a bottle told me to, they've got another thing coming. And so do you, namely a katana, into your heart, if you even try to make a move under such absurd circumstances.
I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, I know. You seem pretty harmless. And all for a bad... And not at all that bad to kiss, if I were interested, which I'm not at this moment in time. Are we gonna tell them we kissed? We are. I'm not above lying to get what I want.
So that thing about me being not that bad to kiss, was that a lie? Not to get me to play along?
If you want to know the truth, figure it out yourself. But don't expect this life to just hand you gifts like me. And I was never handed. All I was ever handed was pain and suffering. Treat me well, and I'll return the favor. Otherwise, try a different route and see what happens. I hate to break up such a passionate moment. That we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on the island. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation.
Oh yeah, I should have picked fucking history.
When there are so many more interesting things to die from.
Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint.
You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area and find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, with a very limited seating directly around
what happened
you.
to his hand?
It's just a weird pose, I think. Check out them thigh muscles, though.
Oh.
And oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster.
If you ever did start playing this game, you have to definitely 100% play this game.
Who is it? Sorry.
Flyer.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected-ster? I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole shtick...
If I get my hands on that baseball bat, you damn well know where that's going.
It's like inflatable, though.
Yeah, right up his ass.
Hey there. You're looking good, Tap. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously. Their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side.
Baseball bat butt plug. Oh, Alan.
Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It's completely intentional. Let this be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay.
Cool.
Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite of you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over an open spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know, considering that what you've been up to. Who do you get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat. So that's, like, technically true.
Yeah, the other survivors. Let's go.
Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Tap, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on the spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat.
I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat?
This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Well, he's right for a change, because I am with the broad axe. It's a perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like all of you completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. Ugh, you two are ridiculous bicep swimming contest. Enough, grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option, obs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Azarov?
Yeah.
Great. Instead of slicing it, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Tap, I know it isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all the while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus.
Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner?
Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. We'd hate when it got cold. Oh, he hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Alright, time to do a generator.
Oh god. Seriously, have you ever tried to carve up an animal with a katana or an axe? You have in real life, it's inefficient as hell.
Oh.
Give me the cleaver. I mean, yeah, true. Although, if it was just a small hand axe, that might be okay. But
It would definitely be hacking. It wouldn't be carving.
true. Perfect.
Oops. Sorry.
Oh, I missed.
So yeah, it's a generator.
Okay.
That shit.
Ah.
That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and shoving food up between them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean...
Oh wait, I've got the sound effect for him.
Oh no, don't... No! I knew it would be the grapefruit. Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they didn't try to move their stuff all together.
I don't know, can I do the sound effect again? Spirit, why aren't you hungry?
The two best things about being dead is not having to eat.
That's only one thing.
Think about it, Tap. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut to my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
They're wondering why you're not eating.
This is gross. Everything about this dinner is an abomination. From what is almost certainly human meat the lack of manners to the talk of dismembered parts and those noises. Everything is so vile I might throw up. Even Spirit is talking about number 2s. I thought she was the classy one.
Oh, look at her. She's so bashful. Oh, well then, I didn't realize our eating habits grossed you out. Don't be so judgmental. Sheesh. If I could feel shame or sadness, I might be experiencing both right now. But what I can feel is rage, and I'm furious you just ruined the meal. I have a whole leg to eat.
I would like to rage.
Even though you're in the hot seat now, you're not nearly as panicked as you probably should be. That's almost certainly the lack of calories catching up to you. You feel your whole body begin to shut itself down. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many to choose, too many of those to count. Hopefully, you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths, many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth.
Obviously the bone goth mummy, okay?
The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. There's something quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth.
Aww.
Don't you love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that were all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness?
Is the first one a question, or is it...
No, it's not a question.
Okay. How could you feel not being so alone? I'm gonna go with... See, I want to do like the corny one of you found someone special.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know if that's the right one for her.
You just gotta do what you want to do.
I'm gonna do you found someone special.
Okay.
I used to feel that way. Small, unimportant, alone. But lately, I'm not so sure. I've started to feel different. I've started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special.
You look at Spirit, who's turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on this topic she's clearly so passionate about.
A friend, perhaps? Something more? I don't know what this island has planned for me.
A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. Ugh, I was so dumb, so busy trying to please everyone and to be a perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny, the purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that's the only two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it.
You want a second one? I mean, what?
When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid.
You're not stupid. That sounds badass.
Right? But I didn't let it out then. Chop. and now that dragon is pretty much on a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger?
No dragon, just a lot of fire.
Darkness. No parents.
No dragon, just fire. A raging inferno, in fact. Begging to burn this whole place down if I let it out. Maybe I am the dragon.
I'm sorry, but you're no dragon. And breathing fire? That's some hobbit-type nonsense. I'm a descendant of proud samurai. Our dragons are on a whole other level.
Oh, I did something bad.
Looks like there was only room for one dragon inside Spirit after all. Just as
Damn it!
Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island.
Yeah, I should have picked Batman.
Only to find it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which are waving in the air above their heads. It's very important we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points is not part of this evening's activities.
But it didn't work.
That's strictly slotted for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late.
Playing sick? No, I was...
No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone. We're not going to say who, so don't worry. Hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means
I don't know who that would be.
That means that we're behind on time for the evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their personal spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group. This never goes well.
Spirit.
Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop off your head. No fuss. No muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate.
Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out.
Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. It's really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald! If you try to flex that authoritarian gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, then I'll drown you in your own blood, Cynthia. Fuss and Muss are back on. You two know how I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Whoever knows any names? Not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Not even anyone anymore. Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started story time soon.
Changed to nobody.
Tap, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it. That's a name. Please pick someone quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath.
Spirit.
Okay.
I choose you, Spirit.
Whoa! This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Let's let her talk you out of this. She's great with ghost stories.
Haha, because she's a ghost.
I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. And I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess I can just sit down and... Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take a seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not.
Yeah.
Russian mommy.
Russian mommy said, sit the fuck down.
Well,
You like Wraith, Alan?
Oh, Wraith is adorable, and I need to, like, do a playthrough with him because he's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
He's so like, I don't want to be here. Bad things happened. Okay. Ahem. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm going to tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hota, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. What?
Doesn't involve method acting.
What?
It was the whatever kiss. It was like, does that involve method acting?
When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to help curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of the busy market, had appeared a giant box, strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could someone like this just appear? A mystery. It was as if conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. Get in the box.
Is the town filled with cat people?
Get in the box. We're not playing Stray right now, okay? Help me, cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now, it was every detective in the city was there, looking the strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid, and much too heavy to be moved by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. I don't know what happened. I woke up, and here I was. I'm so scared. Please help me, cried the man, as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hoda comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy him time for the other investigators. However...
We need to get the best detective in town. Detective Mittens, where are you?
However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety, as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as night grew longer, the seeping rain puddled on the ground. The men inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hota was no help at all, powerless to save him. Guilt began to weigh on her, like it never had before. Don't let me die in here, the man begged. Don't let me die alone. Stay calm, instructed Detective Hota. You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story. Looking through the narrowest of passageways, Detective Hoda watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together, they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. Promise? Asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. A simple pledge, she felt an instant connection like she never had felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hota, for she knew he would return, and he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in this horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, Promise? Promise that I'm not alone? Yes, she promised. I do. And pressing her palm against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hota leaned forward and placed her lips upon the opening, letting her breath creep into the strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall into the man's.
He's a fae! Get out!
It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact that beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in his soft touch. Thank you, said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. Get back! Yelled an officer suddenly, thrusting himself between Detective Hota and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled with a cacophony of whirling gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, an if unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hoda gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddled rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There in the corner of the box was a pile of pieces, like parts of a doll, almost pulled apart. Or perhaps that's just how Detective Hoda had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And atop the pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips as icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, own expression lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit.
Wow.
It was you who chose her. You who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual? She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail, and now no one is sure how to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. The game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please, I said do something.
Save, please.
I can't when it's a choice.
Ah, fuck. I'm not thinking like cool story, bro. I'm just gonna fucking hug her.
Hug, yep.
Yep.
You stand and without saying anything approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap itself around you and squeezes you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctively, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward movement, and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing, and floats away without much as a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break, and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is
Wait,
nice.
Goth Mommy, come back.
I'll save it. This is nice. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds before Trickster shows up, and he's blaring
fuck
his
you.
latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He
Fuck
doesn't
off.
wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can
Yes,
give me
Owen,
what
I
I
know
can.
exactly what to do with that bat.
You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. The fog that
Yeah.
follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at that piece of information. Legit. You learn something new every day, even when you're a god. I mean a narrator.
Yeah.
You're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me.
Yes!
Dipping in hot tubs.
Mom!
Dipping in hot tubs with the Spirit. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk.
What was that little talk with the ocean again?
It's about finding out why you're here so you can get out of here.
Okay.
You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. I just want to be totally clear, even though that story bore some similarities to my life. It was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically, not metaphorically, not any other echolly.
I believe you completely. Sure, you were cut into pieces in your life, And so was the person in that story.
A perfect normal coincidence.
Sure, you're on this island, trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place.
Almost a completely regular coincidence.
And sure, his lips were blue and your lips are blue.
Really? You call this blue?
Searching for answers, hoping to find.
Revenge!
Okay, so the similarities stop there, I guess.
Coincidences.
Sorry, coincidences.
Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins, or well, maybe it has coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with bladed weapons precede my entrance into this world. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You gotta figure that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, and I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep, when I was a little girl, years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it.
That's a very adult story for a child to dream.
Do you believe me?
Yes. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep.
Fool! Who taught you to trust a stranger? You're going to get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Now you've got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything, don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Whoa. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that the certain corpsey cutie floating in the cloud of magical mist might be still waiting for you to say the right thing and free her from her puzzle box, if you believe that she is the... Damn it, got me going again. Unfortunately...
Exactly, Alan. But that's what Goth Mummy's for. She can protect us.
What?
That's what Goth Mummy's for. She's like, why do you trust a complete stranger? It's like, oh, but that's what you're for. We trust you, and you can protect us.
Huh. Sorry, I'm going to save this really quick. I'm just going to turn down the music a smidge. There we go.
Okay.
That's better. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum of what will surely be a mind-numbing cycle of new questions, you find a certain two someone standing before you with a fresh towel ready to dry you off. Sorry, kids, but it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I'm no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch as Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping into a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her, at first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off. Your boy
Aww.
Dwight!
Easy.
You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Spirit's story, but the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on that fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand over a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try and keep the volume minimum. Other guests aren't the types to want to rob their beauty sleep. So we're doing a mini... It's kind of a mini game. It's just listening to like different radio stations.
Okay.
As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Any number you want?
Let's go 96.
Okay. Oops. I guess that's close enough. Just sounds like music to me.
Yeah, it just sounds like music.
Listen more. Try another one.
Try another one. Let's try 102.
It's creepy music.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
We can continue the game at any time. It's just...
Yeah.
We'll turn it off. We'll keep the game going.
Yeah.
No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side but lay by the fire?
You know damn well.
Huntress! No, sorry.
Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company.
Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep while she's falling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores.
Really?
What? Even the dead like to relax.
I don't really have any of those things around.
Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo. I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back though, and if you lose it, well.
You'll get your revenge on me?
If it's the last thing I do. You silently farted. Startly fart. Thanks.
Startly fart.
Thanks, dyslexia. Thanks for hitting me in the fucking jewels. You finally start to feel sleepy. Except, maybe it isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice...
Imprisoning me.
Darkness overtakes me. All I say. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky. But now you've had this whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much water as you'd like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You awake suddenly.
Is the ocean being at tsundere now?
Yeah. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with Spirit right before bedtime. You should know, they're not what they seem. Not like me, who is obviously completely honest and trustworthy.
Sure.
I was checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember.
Were you drawing me?
Trapper doesn't answer.
You aren't drawing stink lines radiating from me, are you?
Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not as an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That would make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They would know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Has he bit them on the ass? Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I said fun.
Now to reject him. And if I don't pick you?
Remember what I said earlier? Or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over on the about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone. For real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned.
There's a trap there, isn't there?
Probably. Hey, don't roll over on the chink. Son of a bitch! Ah! Or it's you when we're playing Jacob and it's just going like, you whore! Cut!
You're slut!
Slut dragon. Wait a sec. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I've eaten an all-organic diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and it's fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. There's always time to turn things around, like the one time I spent a day and night searching for food in vain. only to return to my cabin, spent and starving, to find a family of squirrels nesting in my chimney. They were delicious. Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I'm a master of self-control. Right now, I'm using all my self-control like a muster, because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. Ha ha ha. That was funny. Laugh. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them, though. I want to lead them on a little more. That'll make it much better for me when they're screaming. Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really, invest in something that might hurt me. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes. Or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself?
Wimp.
Sup, baby? I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe. Okay, those are a choice, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm going to get bloody revenge on society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help.
Aww.
Baby. As says we have to go through this at some point and do another run, and you have to voice the trapper.
Okay.
Because as soon as the trapper started talking, he's like, that's just Jacob. You open your eyes.
Massive himbo vibe.
Yeah. Massive himbo and hit vibe. That's it. He said massive himbo and like hit vibe. Because that's the trapper, man. Love you. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. And you feel great. Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by a campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no?
Yeah.
And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredibly day off right.
No thanks.
Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. What?
Alright. Just the musician. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. Oh, that tickled me more than it should have. Okay, continue.
Yes, I do that. There's not a cloud in the sky, but there's deliberately clouds on that back. On that picture. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left.
Bye. Well, at least he brought me a cup of...
No, wait, don't drink that!
What the hell was that?
They don't call him Trickster because he's good at skateboarding. And he definitely didn't get the name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be
that bat is compensating for something.
This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type that place you at a 5x5, 10x10, 2 thumbs up review and not an eternal prison of pain. Please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me. I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient and possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn in this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is the eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive 5x5, 10x10 thumbs up review, if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean's right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it by its artistic intent. And whatever possible, start from the mindset of giving it the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are small bugs or inconsistencies. That's just the nature of process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their souls as part of creative process, with the ultimate intent of making things for your enjoyment, not to be overly critical of them.
Ugh, tell it to Bethesda. I mean, are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good?
You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we've just been here 5 minutes ago. They always do that the second morning. Sad, really. Even they do make some great points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree.
Can we please move on?
Yeah, of course. Apologies, Tap. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island?
Yeah, it's been really entertaining. How else could I describe my stay on this island besides really entertaining?
Wow! 10 stars, here we come.
Can someone remind me to skip this section next time?
Nope. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign the non-disparagement agreement?
Yes. Yes, I would hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract stating that I, Tap, will never say anything negative about my stay here on this island.
Perfect! Delightful! Excellent. Yes. Yes!
Excellent.
Sorry, I was thinking of bison there. Yes!
Yes! Yes!
Hey, Tap. It's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. This place to leave, that is, in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games as resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance, and with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing. Breakfast.
Breakfast?
Brecky! Suspicious of the no-no option? Yes. Gonna save that brekkie time.
I think I
Perfect.
just said a meme that's way too old for everyone.
Aw, we'll find out. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked and I skipped it, sorry. You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It's like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing introspective, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't.
I can't manage you can make any angrier today than you did yesterday. But I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated. Has anyone seen where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is.
Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. This island is treacherous. I don't know what the newcomer thinks they are doing here, but it certainly isn't helping any of us. Whoa! Huntress pretends to be all independent, but she's secretly kind of miffed that you and her aren't getting along. Oh well, this surely must be it. No one else would really stand up to breakfast and
All right.
just like that, here
On
comes
Spirit.
Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say I did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familia revenge thing. The last night was no different, so in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back to quietly resenting being trapped here with all of you, while looking cute doing so.
Wait. Here's your comb back. You can have your comb back if you'd like. I only needed it to sleep.
Guessing Wraith has had enough talk to work up the courage to speak in front of the group. Ah, perfect.
Good.
There he is. Take us home, Ray. Oh,
Right.
hey. That was fun yesterday, huh? Yeah, I mean, not like too much fun. That would be weird. But like a good amount. Fun. And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel?
I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon.
Damn, what a power play. Keep wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get any breakfast. But so be it.
I didn't reject the Russian bunny lady. I just chose someone else.
Yes.
That's not rejecting.
After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday is, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention.
You hear that?
Who are you addressing? Me?
Well, yeah, I guess that is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these four fine killers, but it seems like, well, it feels like the person I'm getting to know most is you, narrator.
It's only okay in so much that it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, let's stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
How does that feel? Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels
Is
right.
Dwight getting pegged right now?
This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that. Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and we can hear everything.
Oh, wow. Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on the chair. Anyone know where I could buy some?
Damn it. Oh, come on. A little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and Colette has a crazed look in her eyes.
Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, you know.
No, what? What do you think we're doing?
You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun?
You think two people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping that if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there?
Yeah, she's giving me a very Laura Croft vibe in that way.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Do you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? You don't have to laugh so hard, they get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow I've never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all your entry runes, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Tap. You're gonna need it. And hey, figure out how to escape this island. Please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tips like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all, it's, hey babe.
Oh, God.
Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with... What were you thinking? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermediate fasting. You seen my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out, if you play your cards right. I could give you a private show. Catch you around.
He's a VIP at Penn Island. His abs are pretty amazing. You got to give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable. I just imagine him hitting people when he's walking away. Just squeaky.
Yep.
Squeaky. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design.
He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything, and we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy is gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and open up the shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy.
Yee.
We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, it's the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot. But I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in a way that I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them all. And I'll get my father, too. And I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me.
Darkness, no parents.
Spirit radiates a menacing aura.
Vengeance.
Waving her sword around in the air, she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary. More than a little hot, if you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on Murder's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance. But you've only seen that there's more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go off with Spirit, the Wraith interjects.
Fuck off, Wraith.
Honestly, Spirit's great. She's the only one around here that doesn't totally get on my nerves. I guess you've got a good taste. But I don't know. We could hang out and I could show you some cool stuff. If you want. Forget I said anything. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly, because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked into pieces for saying the wrong thing. It also is good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons are poisoned all along. Sorry, this Fallon has really gotten me tilted. So who will it be? Wraith? Right? Wraith, right?
Spirit. I gotta go with Spirit.
Yay, lemonade!
Yeah. When life gives you lemons, you say, "No, I don't want your damn lemons."
Only if you're J.K. Simmons. You've made the correct decision. But know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm going to slobber all over you like a dog, understand?
I mean, I'll slobber all... I mean, well, of course,
You still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before. Literally, with a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap.
I mean, yeah, I feel you.
Before you ask Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now.
Yeah, and yes, her panties were visible the entire time.
Yeah. It's not that, it's a bikini.
Yeah. It's a bikini bottom.
Yeah. You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the black lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be so drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice that she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse.
I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color?
Black isn't really a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void.
Okay, nerd. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light. A dying star.
Damn, now that's dark. You're confident that Spirit will get the vibe with this, but Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not the type of spaceships and lasers that he have. She's much more like the type of strange adventures that kick off right before on Earth. That where we are. You wonder. The lapping waves on the shore of the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds the Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling over the rocky shoreline. Okay,
before we continue, are you surprised that I picked the Spirit?
Me?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Good.
Now, are you surprised when I went through that I picked the Huntress instead of Trapper?
No.
Okay, cool. I really wanted to like the Trapper because he looks like something I would like, and then he opened his mouth.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
The Huntress is just so fucking cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alan, you would have picked Russian bunny lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The peace doesn't last long, however, as the lighthouse lets an eerie howl, like a monster dying. A spiral black light stretches out across the sky.
Inviting.
Spirit has to tell you, just has to yell just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that. The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays the towel down and then pats it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be?
Thanks. Thanks, I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell into the ocean.
No problem. I figured as much. Spirit turns
Because
away.
I damn well know that if I try to lather lotion on her, my hands will go through.
They'll either... Well, they won't go through because she's not a ghost, but you could probably
Yeah.
cut yourself into pieces by all the shards left in her.
Mm-hmm.
Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. You need any help reaching those difficult spots? You see a
Yes.
hand floating around your back.
Sure, why not?
Gulp.
Sure, why not?
Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch Spirit apply sunscreen to herself in a most unique way, by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on.
I'm gonna go with the top one. Comment on her floating hand. The fact that your hand just floats around you like that, you can reach things way easier than I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero.
I'm glad you get a kick out of it, but floating severed limbs isn't exactly the type of superpower you'd wish as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I'd understand why some people act the way they do.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm truly sorry. I clearly had thought through what your experience was like.
Sometimes humor is how you deal with uncomfortable situations, but clearly you read the room wrong.
I was just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible.
It was worse than death. At least death ends, eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It'll remain mainly who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh out right now, if I wanted to. But I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me, and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. The way that fear and anger filled him up and came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me, it's doing to me what the world did to him. I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control.
You're stronger than he ever was. I'm sure of it.
I appreciate that, Tap. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing. In life, in love. This world is long to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. You know, having your body contorted into these vengeful poses. It really does a number on my joints. I do love those poses. It rubs the lotion on its skin. Oh no, mini game. Rubbing lotion.
Uh-oh.
Good luck, us.
Just kiss a bloody foot.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I kept thinking that every time I saw the word perfect, too.
Nice. Yeah. How'd we do better at rubbing lotion on her feet than we did carving meat?
I don't know. I get into that like sense of when I'm doing generators, and then usually I'm just like, fuck. So,
Uh-huh.
well, I suppose that the lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. You weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not a woman who believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there is a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. You look up at the lighthouse, its ominous dark form hovering above the moment between the spirit and yourself. Evil as it clearly is, in this case, it does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst of black light that rescues you from this awkward silence.
Oh, no, Alan. Ugh.
No, shut the fuck up about teeth.
I think everyone knows about teeth nowadays.
From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death, a spirit of the ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the ship as it careens toward the shore, before crashing on the rocks. It must have been drawn by the lighthouse. You hear the distant shouting of sailors as an old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Oh, right, it does that sometimes too.
Should we do something?
Nah, the sharks will take care of it.
Gnarly.
Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But these time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of those skulls and crossbone flags, aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith. He has emerged from a palm tree behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. Wraith points at the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Through the woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're not more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw washed up on the shore that one time. Ew.
Ugh.
Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful as in person as they are in the movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. It's all part of a vast conspiracy. An epic river of lies that runs beneath the island, or something. I'm pretty sure I figured it out. The basics, anyhow. If you come with me, you can get cut. Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off of Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hint and backs away a few steps slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last, tension broken, deathly moans quiet, the Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how the whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too.
Ooh.
She starts to adjust her robe and get a peek at her bathing suit underneath. For someone who seems intent on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she puts a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got a lot of straps for days. However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit that you don't even see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst onto you and interrupt whatever you're doing.
Cock blocking me.
Can you please make that a highlight? They seem like they were worried they'd bump in too much. We're here to make a very dramatic announcement. Well, technically, we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach. We'll be making a very dramatic announcement. It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4? Aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they?
I'm gonna say.
Don't tell me the trickster's on our team. Oh.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, is the speech a promise that you'll stop cock blocking people?
When you arrive at the beach, you realize that you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quietly. This isn't at all what was promised.
Wait a minute, there's no announcement here.
But there is. A me! You got mud in your ears, friend. I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am. So are you. But I know the way out. Got a map back in my secret lair. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come and spend the rest of the night with me instead.
You got a secret lair?
Damn it. Who said anything about a secret lair? I said I've got a sap in my secret hair. There's a flap on my secret chair. Don't change the subject. Don't ask me what he's talking about. You're trying to make a mess of this first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. It's not me messing things up. Like I keep trying to tell you. It's this dang island.
Wraith, fuck off.
I've come to accept a difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding in your spooky little secret hair and crying like a baby while ringing your little bell. So don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I'm a born fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I can't not fight, even when all I want to do is hide. Don't you see this giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, my fate is my own to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks? Oh, you hide. I've seen you hide. You do your phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking. And we all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks? You cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about, but it sure sounds like some video game community forum thread. Tuning in if they ever such a thing. Not that you know about that either. Sure doesn't seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this. So what's up to you?
Ahem. I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm going to do it now. Spirit.
I got to do a playthrough where I give Wraith the time of day because he's a sweet boy.
Okay.
When it comes down to it, neither of these two seem easy to love. I mean, damn, Spirit literally has broken glass shards sticking out of her, but she has a certain charm to her gloom.
Alan, choose the cockblockers. Spirit and I were actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. And don't take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day, no wonder you're so skinny. All that second guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories.
No offense taken. Yeah, okay, it's true. I could be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes.
Right, so I'm going to stick with Wraith.
Spirit, you mean?
Spirit, sorry.
She heard
So
you.
I'm going to stick with Spirit.
Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've got enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Wraith too. So I'm going to go with Wraith.
Dick move.
Fuck you! Spirit,
Dick move. I was on your side. Now I'm not. Fuck you, Alan.
Spirit walks you around the corner and shows you something that she discovered in this place that she knew was meant to be connected with her journey. A cherry tree.
Aww.
It's just a small sapling, but it's going to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here, in this place. It also doesn't make any sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit. So, you just accept it.
Yep.
A spirit steps up to the tree. Cold breeze pulls in the petals. Oh no! Come cascading through the air around both of you. Do you know the meaning of the cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated.
What do you mean? What do they mean to you?
For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason, they are also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, of your fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death. It's the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment to see and appreciate life. How does that duality make you feel, Tab?
Empowered?
Question mark?
The knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life, like the beauty of a flower in bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next.
As you explain, Spirit's face begins to look sad at you. You're not quite why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death. But why should that matter? And then it dawns on you. Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death with no hope to cycle back, no rebirth, her moment of blossoming life long gone. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part, that's Spirit's eternity.
I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you.
You just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. Our priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once the fallen cherry blossom represented the souls of samurai warriors, those with noble characters, those who did not fear death, those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice, to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it. They held their swords and struck down their fear. But, despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me, in my noble bloodline, My life is ended, but my death continues to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish. It's as if it were installed here by someone. You watch as Spirit chooses her words very carefully. By something with no respect for balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you, right? Yep. But this time we got really good reason. And it has nothing to do with being manipulated by an unseen force, because that's definitely not happening.
Nobody accused you of that, but okay.
We're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get it while it's hot. I guess it's time to go, or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it.
Me too.
Aw.
Aww.
You liked Spirit. You weren't even thinking about her. How could you? I know, I thought that when you're like, I wasn't even thinking about you. Of course you weren't, you fucker.
Yeah, but how would I know that whole spiel was coming out of encouraged?
Empowered.
Not empowered. Like, what?
Oh, man. I'm gonna save just in case something bad happens and you die.
Okay.
Also, by the way, my first death was refusing to say that mint chocolate chip was the best ice cream. Because it is not for me.
I would die.
I stuck on vanilla so hard the narrator killed me. So what a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining, and that's not just a remaining anxious sweat from spending the afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gag where we cram them all on the screen all the time on the same time again, so just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised as you that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot in the end holding on to your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows that they won't do any better than that.
If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want. You're all eating it too. Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauces allowed. And served in one of those single piece broccoli so Wraith won't complain.
I like broccoli.
Gives me horrible gas.
Oh, I don't like that.
Buddy, wait till you smell what rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome.
If it's actually lamb, then yes, I'll join in.
Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little and it could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option.
I'm gonna be coy.
Okay.
It wasn't really a date, more like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone, but doing it in a relatively close proximity to each other.
That's exactly right. Not have said anything of value about it myself. Spirit's clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. No surprise. She doesn't like people getting into her business.
Exactly.
Dwight and Dwight. That's Claudette and Dwight together. Dwight. Dwight.
Dwight.
Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now. They're all very tired. Oh, wait. Nope. Sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in the Antarctic. Not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. Bony appetit.
Don't you mean Bon?
Nope. Almost everything we serve here has lots of bones. Even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off of the table. What would you like to say to these servants?
Thank them? Your top-notch service is much appreciated.
Everyone, if you will please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit. We'll greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies.
There wasn't a third option there.
What was the choice, sorry? Date them. I was
date
thinking
them.
I was thinking of that too. I was like, can I just like date Claudette and Dwight? We can like I can be the third survivor of the 4 because Felix is dead.
Do you have a choice of how you said... Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb?
Yes, and I admittedly regret how I did. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma.
I love when Wraith rocked up. It just had the whoop sound effect.
And finally, everyone starts moving toward the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for another killers to take their place, wondering who will be telling the story this time. Will narrator tell the story? I bet they got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't that seem fair? Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a good sign. Oh, cool. Now everyone is looking at you. So, you know, do something.
Should I pick someone to tell a story, or should we play charades? Boggle?
Oh, well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story?
Uh-oh.
Wraith points at his spine and skull staff thingamajiggy at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what the thing could do? Probably shoot lasers.
Laser!
Try not to bore us.
We're just very interested in you.
Save.
Don't speak for me, Huntress.
Because I know if we go too far, it's like, oh, yay, here are your options. Don't fuck it up.
Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire. It's just your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, you know, threaten to burn us alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Tapple's about to make an important decision about telling a story or not.
Fine, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm game to tell a story.
I hope it's a mystery.
Oh, fuck off, Trista.
Okay. So what type of story do you want to tell?
Adventure. Alright. You like the you like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies? How about some adventure?
Now we're talking.
It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely.
Picking romance is way too fucking corny. And Spirit would just go, ugh. Okay, ready? Here it goes. I really like to go fishing.
Solid hobby. Great foundation for story, for sure. You pause.
You pause. Oh,
Everyone is waiting on bated breath. No pun intended. Oh, wait, that's it? Not much of a story. Barely even a thought.
No, I was kidding.
My poem was a better story than that. You sure you have anything else to say?
I was kidding. No, I was just kidding.
So what type of story do you want to tell?
Fucking romance, let's go.
Okay.
I love a good romance. The soft, gentle... Oh, God, no. The soft, gentle kind that you can bring your kids to without worrying that you're going to really screw them up.
Boo.
Yeah.
In case you were confused, that was not
Kidding.
like a I'm a ghost a boo. Just a you suck boo.
There once was a newly elected prime minister in England. He was single, which was quite strange for a leader of his stature. Can we reload?
No. Actually, yes we can. Do you want to load or do you just want to see what happens?
Load.
Alright.
Because this ain't going well.
It's no, my ghost girlfriend.
Yep.
You fool. Yep. Okay. Yep. Fine. I'll tell a story.
Yep.
Yeah, Trickster's
I'm gonna go with
here.
action this time.
Okay.
Action. Action-packed yarn. The time I got into a bar fight.
The group is interested. They lean in.
I'm all ears. I'm not talking about the bucket of them I have on my boat.
You crack open a beer by smashing the bottle cap off the nearest rock before starting.
I'm at the local watering hole, powering up with my regular 12 beers before I slay at the pool table.
Slay is good.
Steely Dan blast from the jukebox. The bartender's tip jar is filled to the brim. I pound the final pint and smash the glass on the counter as I demand shots for the entire joint. The patrons cheer for me. I am their god. Suddenly, I hear a telltale revving of engines outside. Motorcycles. The saloon doors swing open,
Wait, it's a saloon now?
and in walks in my arch nemesis, Big Slim and the Giant of North Toledo.
He sounds sexy.
I thought I smelled something acrid from Akron when I hopped off the hog, Slim says with a sneer. I get up from my stool and the gal behind me rubbing my shoulders, revving me up for the inevitable fight. Long way from home, aren't we, Slim? What are the fine people of Elm Street going to do without someone to sell them someone's secondhand cufflinks tonight? I taunt him as he strokes his oily beard.
This story has a lot of specific geographic references in it.
I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like this? Slim
Why are you
yells.
being mean to Slim?
That's fair, I scream back. Why do we even hate each other? I can't even remember. Something about me cutting you off in traffic, but it was a misunderstanding, Slim yells. Well then, let's hug it out, I say, tears starting to well up in my eyes. And we made up.
Look at how disappointed everybody's face is. What about the bar fight?
Oh yeah, we got in a real blowout fight later that night. Really yelled our proverbial heads off. But it was just an argument about whether you should say pop or soda.
Come on! I gave up headlining at Coachella for this?
Spirit laughs hysterically, probably laughing at you, but it's a laugh you're ready to accept.
Yes!
That sure was kind of a story, technically. Okay,
It's soft drink, you fool.
that was not a very good story. I don't mean it to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. Can't just end it there.
This Slim guy sounds shady.
Ha ha. There's vomit on his vest already. Mom spaghetti. So who else would like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining.
Oh god, do I pick Spirit again?
Do you want to?
I mean, yeah, her fucking stories were awesome.
I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group.
Yay!
Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The
Plagiarism.
Bride, or technically, I suppose, the fiancé. One winter.
Sorry, I didn't pick Russian bunny lady.
We'll do a playthrough. We'll do a playthrough with the Huntress. Okay?
Yes.
I promise. We'll do one with the Huntress because I love her. And
Definitely.
she's fucking cute.
Mm-hmm.
One winter, a young couple decided that the next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning for details of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before settling on the perfect one. They chose Lalacoy, by the way. So fancy. When it came time to figure the decorations, however, the bride, the fiancé, or fiancée, I guess since...
Fiancé.
Yeah, it is fiancé. I guess since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toed sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such a lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancée decided that she would create unique floral arrangements from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. Oh god. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day she spent hours mapping out where the best blossoms could be found, and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding, so that they would be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveyed, the fiancée, since they had not yet been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so there she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancée told her husband-to-be that she had one errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket.
You're right, it is starting to sound like one of those Bridezilla episodes.
However, when she came upon the once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful than it had been ever before, and just at the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful, she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancée ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up the flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead, and possibly even more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the fiancée, crept farther and farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before.
Oh fuck, it's the Fae! Cheese it!
But this wasn't a clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems into festering, moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scent of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew made her sick. She turned and looked back, but the path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked and walked and walked. She's in the hedge now, boys!
Oh, Jesus.
That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancée was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, and there was no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancée stayed a fiancée for eternity, always wandering, looking for fresher blossoms to clip, but never finding them.
Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are. Out there, all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad.
Just like someone we know. How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. What do you think it's in? The sequel almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of episodic-style storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Tap, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm going to need you to set your yap trap. You know we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight and try not to, wink wink, end up dead.
Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? And what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing?
Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the accident. And you do know that all of these people are despicably criminals and double-digit killers, right? Well, except for Spirit, she really doesn't belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed.
Did I hear someone trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak in this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes?
Please enough talk about burns. Things that are lit are getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well?
It's lit.
What if I turned and ran away as far from this place as we could? Just you and me. On those spindly legs? You'd probably tire before you could get too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded, Tap is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power.
I'm not going with the trapper.
Not that my walk speed literally reflects my giant stature. That's because I choose to move slowly and stealthily for reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical.
Join the legs.
Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all of it. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell you fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore.
Lounge.
It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on or just me?
Yes, it turns me on.
Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you, for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special projects we might have going? You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off for the evening activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with the streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's really much all was taken. Which killer will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, that guy.
Spirit. We're not going with Russian bunny mummy with the gorgeous legs.
Join the legs.
Spirit?
Oh, you picked me. Yay. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over those killers all the cost, even when I hate the game and the prize. But I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge. Takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everything, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task not worth trying. But too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say the exact right thing at the right time and melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers surrounded by a bevy of bottles of assorted boozes. Who's ready to get wasted? As you know, I don't drink, so not me, unless you mean wasted as in killed, in which case, Dad, if you are out there somewhere, I will find you and waste you for what you've done to me.
You really don't drink, ever. Is that like, because it will just fall out of a hole in your stomach or stomach thing, or...
I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison up the body and the mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing. Then why did you choose mixology lessons as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of day is just an excuse to get loaded up on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true.
That sounds like a fucking TV show. The Russian bunny lady and the Cockblock. That sounds like a band.
Yay! It's true. Not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these things. Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in a sim using only your tongue. Whoa. Who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business? Because that's off the menu. Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you all know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed. By your father. On whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right. Well, so be it. How about you, Tap? Do you drink?
Sober. Stay sober. I've got the impression that tonight will be a night I want to remember perfectly, so I'm going to pass on the alcoholic drinks.
Hear, hear. Alcohol is a false escape. Besides, it's not like sober people can't have fun. You watch as Spirit picks up a plump cherry and roughly stabs it with a plastic sword thing. Cherry juice splatters everywhere and its little fruity guts flop onto Spirit's lap. Oopsie. One of the upsides of wearing all black, it hardly shows stains. No take backsies. So, lovebirds, what drink will we make?
dark and stormy. How about a dark and stormy drink for my dark and stormy date?
Aw, that one is cute. Please allow us to demonstrate how dark and stormy is made. First, rum, or in this case, rum extract as a bit of apple juice, is poured over ice. And then fresh ginger beer is added in, garnished with a lime wheel, and drink. The end. Do you think you're up to the challenge of replicating this recipe, Tap?
Replicating a rum substitute ginger beer over ice.
Don't forget the lime wheel.
Rum substitute ginger beer over ice with lime wheel.
I'm not sure I appreciate your tone, but yes, you got it. You're a natural, a sassy natural. You and Dwight might have more in common than...
Don't you dare.
Spirits, you are Dwight, though, ass.
Yeah, I know.
Spirit seems to be in a very lovely mood as she sips her drink, sips her dark and stormy. She's not even rolling her eyes at your petty behavior. On cue, a literal dark storm begins to make its way from the ocean. You taste your own dark and stormy, and as you watch the clouds approach, it's quite refreshing. Isn't this fun?
Honestly, it's the most drama-free fun I've had since I got here.
And since you picked a simple but delicious drink, we've got plenty of time left to relax. Want to make out a little?
Do I? I mean, if we have to.
You breathe in a sip of your drink and immediately begin coughing. Before you can get a yes out, lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly as Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar.
Even the weather's being cock blockers.
Cockblock lightning. I think I'm going to have to call it cockblock lightning.
Cock block lightning.
Alrighty.
Date the lightning.
I am going to save it there. And then we can
Okay.
come back to it another time just because we've been streaming for a couple hours. And I still have work in the morning, just not as early. All right. We'll save it there. As if you could change the title of this to Cock Blocking Lightning.
Cock blocking lightning.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
That would be fantastic. So, thanks everyone that came in. We can probably play more tomorrow. I just have to do gym and all that junk, but we can probably do something. We'll continue because we gotta see what happens with your lovely spirit girl. Bun Stinky. I hope you can hear
who's
that.
stinky in that household?
Nobody. Everybody.
Ah.
Nobody and everybody.
Yeah, true.
You stinky.
No, you stink.
You're the one who
Because you call Jay, you actually call Jacob that, and you call Bon that.
Yeah, well, Bond calls everybody stinky as well.
Yeah.
And the cats.
And all of the cats are stinky.
You stinky! Huh? Oh, God. Okay, hold on.
It's a very stinky household.
Yes. I love it. Thank you. Okay,
Jacob didn't just flash it, did he?
ready to go.
Alright, keep going.
The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was. Oi. Feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually.
Yep.
It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get over there quickly so that you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation, perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the Mongol, the basket case, the psychopathic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people.
Wait. Did you say Mongol?
Yeah.
That was Mogul.
Mogul? Oh, well.
Yeah.
He's more of a mongrel to me.
As in money.
Yeah, he's more of a mongrel to me.
Fucking mongrel.
You know, shut up. I'm just going to close the game down. How about that? Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Tap chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you all about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like the order does matter. Trapper,
Spirit.
why don't you go first? You think you deserve it, even if it's case it's suitable dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make all of us uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event and also the larger meta universe of the Dead by Daylight dating experience? There should be commas in that sentence.
That's it. That's one entire sentence.
Sometimes you just gotta say it.
Why, yes, thank you. I'd love to. So, Tap, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck. Probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if you're not a maggot, also everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht.
Great.
At least he shaves his armpit hair.
Great. Huntress, would you like to take it from here? Tomorrow morning, I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone.
What was that?
Nothing, go away! Then, boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure are we looking for? I guess you'll have to pick me and find out. Let me tell ya, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to start preparing because it's clear already that you're going to pick me. Confident, mysterious. I like it. Sorry. Anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I'd really prefer to just tell Tap privately. I don't really know how that's gonna work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Tap? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to barely audible whisper. Tomorrow, we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's gonna be really special. The kind of thing where we really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we could go on a real date.
He's just got a bell tramp stamp.
You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Hit a spirit. Figuratively. Damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch what your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's
Hell
it.
yeah!
If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day. Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of? All of them. Okay then, so hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so we're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream all about these swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make a choice come dawn.
I'll choose now.
Have a swell night. Did you two forget to mention something? Haha, oh gosh, how could we forget? Before we run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without the singling out of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of psychological break. And giving them a little push.
Hold up. This has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm just now finding out about it?
Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. It's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof. It's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but you can break their heart. Do you dare to even try?
You mean...
That's right. Tomorrow, one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be?
Right. But why?
Because it's dramatic. Because it's surprising. Because it's a classic reversal of fate. And it'll hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'd see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I hear she can disappear. Hard to track. Ugh, if you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress? She might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. So which psychopath are you eliminating?
Wraith.
You're eliminating Wraith, boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I'm here and I'm horny. And I'm not really getting positive reinforcements from you, Wraithy poo. Okay, I'm here and I'm horny. Please don't take this personally. It's just my opinion of you and who you are and what you're about deep down as a person and how I don't like it. Oh my god, it's rough. Like, give me something, you know? A kiss, a wink, hold my hand, finish telling me about all this mysterious stuff you're obsessed with. Or better yet, don't.
Waith rises, taller than you've ever seen him, and calmly walks to the exit. Before he leaves, he turns to you. When you came here, I thought perhaps you would be different. I don't know my last bit of hope in humanity hadn't been snuffed out, but it wasn't. It is now. You were just like the rest of them. There is no hope of goodness here. The only thing I can do is try to escape. And burn everything and everyone to the ground. He leaves. Pretty badass exit. Was not expecting that. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you've left behind. Because of course they'll be receiving consolation prize. They might not go home with Tap when it's all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... their own mostly new trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try to stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right. It's Dwight tested. Claudette approved.
Although you know some people in community would be obsessed to get that pillow.
Oh, totally. I hope you sleep well tonight, Tap. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by.
Yep.
How can you sleep tonight, knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Wow, what a crazy way to end a day. An elimination. I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everyone, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off during hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil may care, but the truth is, I'm a really pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when... Your mother was skewered by an elk when you were young? Yeah, how'd you know? Wild guess. It's also the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over there in a tree, and I'm feeling peckish. I know I said some things when Tap kicked me out of the curb, but I just want to say I'm embarrassed at how I acted. Not what I said, though. I stand by it. I want everyone here to burn. How would I say things are going? It's a matter of perspective. If Tap's goal is to impress me, things are going poorly. But if Tap's goal is to get themselves killed, they're doing an amazing job. Of course Tap is into me. Why wouldn't they be? I'm thoughtful, beautiful, surrounded by a calming mist. I also got great hair. And since I'm technically dead, I'm extremely low maintenance. Look, I don't like to throw the term anime waifu around too often, but if the body pillow fits, snuggle it. You know what I mean? What?
Oh boy.
No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional. It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. I'm my own machine. The whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low budget, old school marketing vibes. Nulg?
Not gonna lie.
No. I'm too old for that. Not gonna lie, kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show style dating competition with survival elements.
What is this ruffle thing we're looking at?
Ruffle Mow? But I got my new album upcoming tour, finalizing a new sneaker line, producing a limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island. It's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell.
IP is insert penis.
I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said about them. Don't worry. I'm talking your favorite established characters from all over pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them. Like Don't say it! Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand. But we have the game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued. Ghostface. Come on! Whatever. I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, Tap. You too, narrator. Ugh, I have a name, you know.
Anytime there's like a Ghostface reference, I just think of Bond teabagging. You do?
Yes, seriously, they do not pay me enough to deal with you people. Is it my turn? What? No. No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair? What's a chair? It's the thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew. Okay. Rude. Fine. Let's just get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your check-in. Check-in? I was just looking for the bathroom. Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left. It's okay. Never mind. Never mind? What does that mean?
Jason, Huntress is 6'5", need Huntress body pillow.
Yes. Need Hunter's body pillow.
6'5" body pillow.
No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be confessional time for literally every character in the game. It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere. This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it. How is that You know what? I don't care. You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves. I've got something to confess. Oh, great. What's it going to be? You ate glue in 2nd grade? You cheated on an algebra test once? Watching Wraith get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiraling staircase of pain that in my life that I've felt an even modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, this sun, these sweet sugary drinks. It sounds like fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity? The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescendoing song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please, erase me from existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment and let my soul be free. And please, please, get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up. Yikes, huh? That was a weird way to end. Oh well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, somebody is bound to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everyone's had their shot to annoy me tonight, so hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow is gonna be a doozy. Sorry.
Alright.
Ah. Yeah, sorry, I was just seeing who was there. Hello, Jason. No, I should save. I don't want to read all that again. The Dwight blow up. Soft sunlight warms your skin, nudging you awake. Also, you're using a killer crab as a pillow, which is sort of okay with.
Oh.
What's that?
Chill guy.
You don't know the killer crabs? Oh, right. You didn't go to that Huntress date. You really missed out. It was thrilling, or I guess it would have been. You'll have to play the game again to get the reference, I suppose. You pull on your beach attire and splash water on your face. Dwight and Claudette approach. Is that a look on their face of excitement? Terror? You notice your stomach flutters with butterflies. Someone's in love.
Ooh.
Or you've been infected with zombie butterflies in your sleep. It has happened here before, but it's probably the love thing. It's time! Claudette gestures over to the beach where the killers all stand flanked by tiki torches. It's a scene very reminiscent of a TV show you used to hate watch with your ex. Suddenly,
Survivor.
Don't call IPs!
No!
Suddenly, the message is clear. You're going to declare your affections for a killer in front of several other killers. Hey, isn't Trickster supposed to be here? We paid him good money to make his half-ass cameos in this show. I'm going to chew his agent out. But before they walk over to your big moment, don't think we haven't noticed you've been kind to us, Tap. Can't be easy being thrown onto a mysterious island for seemingly no reason. surrounded by terrifying killers, trying to manage your most primal impulses, murder and making out. And you've kept a cool head and treated us, your friendly island hosts, with dignity and respect. So don't tell anyone we told you this, but... Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorial. Lee, just a little hint for you going forward. Don't try to go all the way with the killer who isn't into you. Relationships are two-way streets, and if you don't have a green line the other direction, you might end up in the friend zone.
Hold on, I'll be back in a sec.
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Why? Jeez. And the star of the show has to step away. Swear, Jason. I thought I was working with professionals.
Alright, I'm back. The friend zone? That doesn't sound so bad.
What do you think you are, exactly? Dead by Daylight doesn't do friends. There are killers and there are survivors, and I'm afraid we can't say more.
Okay, so who's into me?
Claudette and Dwight look around conspiratorially again. Well, I've never seen Spirit open up to anyone like she has opened up to you. I've seen her open up to the insides of plenty of people, but thankfully for you and for us, that's in a different type of game. So are you ready? Of course you're not, but too bad. We're on a schedule. You make your way over to the row of hotties. Claudette and Dwight stand off to the side, hands behind their backs. It's been quite the 48 hours, but there are clearly sparks in the air. And I'm just talking about the rusty chainsaw. Though I do recommend staying away from those sparks. It's time for our newcomer to confess their love. Wait, I have to do a drum roll for this. No, you don't. But who cares? Tap, who do you choose for your solo date? Can we at least do the flower thing? Dwight, I thought we agreed to keep that between us. No, not that flower thing. The thing where the suitor gets the flower as a symbol of the contestant's love and affection. Oh, right. I suppose. But no roses. They're such a cliche at this point.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
This isn't The Bachelor.
Well, that's good, because I tried to pick a rose, but I got an ouchie, so I settled on these.
I got an ouchie.
Beautiful. You've done good, Dwight. This is a lovely bouquet. I hope Dwight saves some of these for Claudette. They're a thing, right? You're getting that vibe, too? Just me? Sorry. You've got other things to think about right now. Tap, who do you select to receive these flowers and spend the day with today?
Spirit.
You approach
Did you
Spirit.
mean the trapper?
Oops! You approach Spirit, peering below the brim of her impressively large hat and into her haunting eyes.
Spirit, since I met you, I've been enchanted by your presence. You've challenged me to be a better person and resisted the urge to show me the sharp end of your katana. For that, I thank you. I'm ready to take our relationship to the next level.
And we shall. Up to the eye of the dark storm that is our reality. To the lantern room of the Black Lighthouse.
Hell
It's
yeah.
time to see what you're made of, Tap. Here we go! I thought it might
Wait,
be nice.
isn't this the yacht?
Yes! I thought it might be nice to start the day on Trapper's yacht before we head to the Black Lighthouse. Even if I kind of hate this basic tropical vacation stuff like yachts and snorkeling or whatever. It's good for you to see me in the sun a little bit, at least.
Safe, please.
There's more to me than we've already gotten to experience. Okay.
Well, I don't want you to read through all that shit again. If something bad happens.
I know that my whole vibe can be a little dark. The hat, the swimwear, the plume of floating air. That wasn't always who I was. I was a normal young woman once. Went to school, hung out with friends. I even had a part-time job working at a restaurant in town.
And then, well, I know what happened. Your father,
Yeah, he murdered me and I awoke as an undead avenger. That's not what I was getting at. Something else happened to me. I realized I needed to be seen. I didn't even know by whom. A lot of the time when you think about ghosts, there's these kind of see-through flickering specters. You imagine reaching out and having your hand go right through them. Ooh, like that sort of thing? Maybe there's some warpy effect on the world around you. I don't know. Depends on which movie you're watching. But when I died, well, I dare you to try to reach your hand through me. Not really. That's not an imitation. It's rhetorical. Why did I end up this way? Who brought me here to this island? Who knows? I sure don't. But I've got my ideas. But I'm not exactly out there digging around in caves or dusting off antiques to try to find clues and analyze their meanings. I do want to take this experience seriously, though. I want to give the process a chance. I may be a dumb process, and once I have extremely little respect for as a person. But
You're
you
not
just
dumb.
Huh?
She's not dumb.
But you just woke up on this beach with no memory of who you are and where you came from. And rather than freak out and simply try to swim away, you've given this a chance.
I actually didn't know that swimming away was an option.
It's not. However, the fact that you never even tried, I think that means you've got courage. Or an open mind. I don't know. Maybe you stuck around because you like someone you met here.
Maybe.
While the two of you are getting all deep and philosophically flirty, the yacht pulls up to the shore next to the Black Lighthouse. Last stop, everyone off.
There are other stops?
Oh, no, not for this trip. Of your life. Spirit rolls her eyes and leaves for the shore. I'm just messing with you. This was the only stop. Nobody here is really looking out for our fun, so we have to make it ourselves. But no, there's no other stops. Seriously, go. Race you to the poop deck, Dwight. The ship doesn't even have a poop deck. Oh, it will.
They're gonna shit on the deck.
Doing a shit on the trapper's boat. As you disembark, you see Dwight and Claudette run giggling across the ship. Too bad you can't date those two. They seem like they would know how to have a good time. Shit on the trapper's stuff!
Yeah. If only we could name the saves. Shitting on the trapper's yacht.
You arrive at the beach near the majestic Black Lighthouse. Its imposing form towers above you. A flock of birds cries lazily, no sense of fear or urgency, as if circling a corpse that hasn't moved in ages. I'm excited about today. See? Spirit places her wrist delicately in your hand and presses your fingers down against your skin. It's cool to the touch, but you feel, is that the faintest of pulses?
Ooh.
My blood is absolutely pumped.
So what happens now?
Now I show you something that no one has ever seen up close before. Well, no one who has lived to tell about it. We're going there. Spirit points to the top of the lighthouse amongst the circling birds.
What's actually up there? Have you seen it?
Hey y'all, how's everyone doing today? Certainly seems to be taking the whole elimination thing well. Or maybe this is the opposite of that? Better not bring it up at all and just hope he doesn't completely melt down.
Hi, Wraith. You seem chipper today.
Something strange is definitely going on with this guy. Well, something else strange. Something different than what's usually going on. Wraith takes a deep breath, sucking in the ocean air like it's the greatest air he's ever sucked. Tap, thank you. Thank you for choosing anyone else to go on a date today. Alone again, forever. This is how I was meant to be. I feel alive. Are you done? We're kind of, on that date you just mentioned.
What? Is that a... Hold on. Is that an actual... Sorry, that's just... For a second there's like dirt over the L for glad, and it's like G exclamation like A, but it's just my... Sorry. That's on my end. I'm glad you're feeling better, Wraith, but like she said, we're in the middle of something. You mind?
Oh, right. So, what you doing? Heading up into the eye of the lighthouse? I love it up there. You can really see the whole island from up there. In fact...
Spirit, I thought you said no one's been up there and lived to tell about it, but this sounds exactly like telling about it.
Technically, I don't think Wraith counts as being alive. I mean, I don't maintain the canon, but... Spirit waves her arms at Wraith from head to toe. And if he is not dead now, he's gonna be when I punish him for interrupting our date. Hey now, well, we can solve our problems without your hair floating up into menacing shapes. I'll just be over here, running away. Enjoy the view. I think Wraith was kidding about the whole being up there. Honestly, the view isn't even of the island. What you can see is mostly ocean, on account of it being, you know, a lighthouse. However, that does bring up an interesting point regarding your, how do you say it? Spirit hands float as she scratches her head contemplatively. You don't usually see her at a loss for words like this. What's your mortal status? Because despite what our lanky friends seem to think, the lighthouse is not to be trifled with. It's a beacon of death and suffering, what brings doom into it and from all corners of the world, if not further. Well, duh, you saw a freaking pirate ship seemingly travel through space and time only to crumble at the rocks beneath its spooky tower. But you decided not to point it out because that wouldn't be too romantic, now would it?
I think I'm alive. I'm here with you, walking this beach, feeling the water on my feet, feeling the sun on my skin.
Here, with me, the spirit? Does that really make you alive?
I guess I don't know.
If you come with me up into the eye of the Black Lighthouse, you may never return. Is that a risk you're willing to take? I'll
Yes.
say fair, sorry. I don't know if you have to choose, but...
Also, tsundere goth mummy protected me. Yay!
Because we have something. I don't deny it. I feel it. I hate for you to simply turn to ash. If we were to commit, right here and now, to figuring out as friends, we could put this risk off for another time. Just be friends? Ouch. Is this her way of letting you down easy?
I don't know if I want that friendship. I want you. That's why I chose you.
I can't decide this for you. I can only warn you that it may not be safe. You might die up there, and there's nothing I can do about it. Go up, maybe
Go
die.
up. Let's go up. Let's go. Let's go.
You take a deep breath and think about every particle of every particle of sea air as it travels into your body and fills your lungs. Maybe the last time you have such a thought, but you feel strangely at peace with that information.
I don't need another friend. I want something more. I'd risk my life for it.
Spirit smiles a quirky, devilish smile. Right this way.
Hell yeah.
Inside the lighthouse is almost pitch black. It was seemingly a day when you stepped through the door, but inside, this place is like a void. The last thing you see and the final rays of the sun leave you in a horrible sight, a petrified body laying on the stairs, reaching not up, but down, as if it'd been crawling. Watch your step. The things we do for love.
Mm-hmm.
When you arrive in the lantern room at the top of the Black Lighthouse, you breathe a sigh of relief. The light is out and seemingly defunct. Dust cakes the room, and though it hasn't been operated in a century. However, somehow...
It was just morning a moment ago, but now it's night.
What do you mean a moment ago? We've been standing here looking out over the ocean all day. I really enjoy this peaceful time together with you. Taking in this view, standing in complete silence for hours. It was kind of my perfect date.
Really? I don't remember that. I shouldn't have said that.
I just called it the perfect date and you can't be bothered to remember it? What kind of game are you playing with me?
I want to remember it. It's just that for some reason my mind is completely blank. But hey, I'm not dead.
Or you're already dead and have been this whole time.
That's true.
Maybe we'll never know. It doesn't look like the light is working. Even turned off, the light has a power to it. The massive lens refracts moonlight through itself in a subtle sparkle that has a hypnotic effect. Maybe that's where the day went, staring into the light as the sun fell to the moon rose. Thanks for spending the day with me. I really had a good time.
That's it? Don't get me wrong, this is really cool and all. I guess I don't know what I expected.
I suppose if you thought you were walking into your death and nothing happened, it might feel a bit anticlimactic. Sorry, anyhow, it's time to go. Here, let me just flip on the light for the staircase so it's easier to get down. The stairs still look pretty dark. Maybe it... Spirit is interrupted by a strange hum, and then it becomes frightening and clear to you. That switch wasn't for the stairs. It was for the main lantern. A lantern that is now beginning to power up. The faintest smell of burning begins to reach up to your nose. Oopsie, looked like maybe the switch wasn't for the stair lights at all. Now you see who is really alive and who is really dead, I suppose. It was bound to happen sooner or later. You slam your eyes closed, hoping that somehow not looking at the light itself will protect you. Not sure I see the logic in that, but if it is magic, it kind of defies logic.
I want to see it, but, well, I'm a little scared.
Don't look directly into the light. Open your eyes and look only at me. I'll keep you safe.
Ready.
Oh no, this is a minigame.
Minigame! Minigame!
Okay. Boop. Boop. No.
Nice. Nice. Nice!
Are you okay? You seem okay. I hope I haven't ruined this by pushing you to do something you weren't meant to do. You're so brave. Maybe not so coordinated, but certainly brave. I'm so lucky you put yourself through this for me. It shows that you're real. Despite your attempt to resist it, the incredible force of energy from the black lighthouse lantern eye refuses to subside. No, it cannot be ignored. And it doesn't matter if you look directly at it or not. In the end, that was just a trivial game. This is real life and real magic. You stare at it now, and its power penetrates your mind. Hey, been a while. It's a hypnotoad. Hey, been a while. How are things? Doing good? Feeling more dead or more alive? Yeah, love will do that to a person. Don't worry, it'll make sense soon. You wake up and hear the spirit's muffled voice. You've got a terrible taste in your mouth, like burnt hair. The air feels damp and smells like ash. It takes time for the sound to clear up, but eventually, Spirit's words start to make sense to you. However, it's clear she's talking to someone else, not to you. You know how sometimes people say it's not you, it's me? Well, this time it is you, and it's also me. I can't believe I thought you would change for me. I can't believe I thought that you were doing was a sacrifice. You never gave anything up for me. Well, today, I saw what love looks like, and it looks a whole lot different than this. Oh!
What?
No way!
Why is the trapper here?
I don't think you're hearing me, which is weird, because I'm practically shouting. Nobody breaks up with Trapper. Nobody.
Oh yeah?
God.
Fine. Nobody breaks up with Trapper, but I'm not doing that. I'm dumping...
Don't you say it.
I'm dumping Evan McMillan, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's over between us, Evan.
Rin,
Trapper turns from Spirit and looks directly at you. You realize that you're laying on the ground in some weird tunnel.
I think that your shouting woke up Tap.
My shouting?
Oh. I'm a fake snore.
You tuck your head into your elbow and let out a long, unconvincing snore. You might as well have announced, I'm awake and uncomfortable.
I grew up surrounded by lazy miners who are constantly sleeping on their job. I know what a real snore sounds like. Get up, Tap.
Huh? What time is it? Where am I? Trapper, is that you?
You know damn well it's me. The power of beauty in my voice is unmistakable.
The jig is up, as they say. They know you're awake now, and you're going to have to deal with this awkward situation head on.
Clearly I shouldn't be here. You two seem to be having a very personal conversation that I don't need to be involved in. I don't even know how I got here. Not here on this island or here in this creepy tunnel.
As far as the island goes, your guess is as good as mine. As far as the tunnel goes, we brought you here.
We? You and the trapper? But...
After the lighthouse came on, you blacked out. On your way down, I thought you might have hit your head or something. It's hard to tell what blood is in the new or old around here. Either way, I wanted to get you someplace safe, so I asked Trapper to help.
Oh.
It's not that I can't carry you. I just didn't feel like it, you know? I hate anything messing with my shards. Trapper, on the other hand, he loves nothing more than having an unconscious body draped over his shoulder. I could have asked Claudette and Dwight for help, but I don't trust them.
But you trust Trapper?
Like the trust of two different things. You might think Trapper can be a real jerk, and you'd be right. but you get what you see with him. We brought you down here because we're the only ones who know about this place. It's part of an old tunnel network that connects different places on the island. What's up, guys? Talking island mysteries? My favorite topic. I was just in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd pop in. Trapper, you said this place was private.
Don't look at me. I didn't tell him about it. Half of the appeal of this spot is getting away from people like him.
Well, geez, I can see when I'm not wanted. So, you three a throuple now, or? Because I gotta say, I really didn't get the whole DBD thing. But hey, if it's not my business, I don't stick my nose in it.
We were not a thing. Nobody traps the trapper. Not with traps or relationships.
And you do realize you're sticking your nose in our business right now, right? Wow, so hostile. If you don't want to talk about it, just say so.
The wrath just seems so passive aggressive. It's not funny.
Anyhow, this tunnel has some very interesting features. If you head about 50 meters down that way, you'll find...
Get out!
Wraith looks around, just to be doubly sure the trapper is addressing him. And I was just leaving. This island, it's a lonely place, which is great for me. I love to be alone. Trapper, on the other hand, he's quite needy. And after a lot of pursuit, I finally let him catch up to me. And it became, well, I don't want to call it a relationship because somebody really didn't want to have that talk. But we were more than friends.
I dispute the events as told, for the record. I don't pursue. I stalk, and I lie in wait.
Seeing eye to eye was not one of the things we were good at.
So, I hate to ask, but I did just look into the refrigerator-sized death lamp. So I guess I'm more of a glutton for punishment than I thought. What were you good at?
Well, for starters...
Excuse me, I'll take that question, thank you very much. If you know anything about me by now, it's that I'm on a quest for revenge. Exactly. What you might not know, Trapper is a great classical maestro of revenge. Trapper blushes behind the mask. That's one way to compliment a killer. Revenge against friends who get turned their back and betrayed him. Revenge against his father for making him into a monster. Revenge against a barista who wrote Ewan on his cappuccino, knowing his name was actually Evan. For someone who thinks about revenge as much as I do, Trapper is an inspiration. But they say to never date your heroes. Good advice, but I don't think that's the saying. And then you came along, Tap. You showed me that it's okay to be lost, to feel pathetic, to push on when you have nothing real to offer anyone.
Leading by example.
I mean, I'm not sure where you got all of that from, but okay.
You held a mirror up to my own doubts and fears and showed me that there aren't everything about me, that I can embrace those things and not be defined by them. You showed me that life after death can be more than just an obsession with revenge and mind-blowing sex on the ground in a dark cave on a rusty old tunnel. Trapper nudges. Trapper nudges you in the ribs with his elbow. Gross. Clearly appealing to trappers, but features that have been a winning strategy for dumping his ass because he seems to be taking it quite well.
Yeah, nudging him into the ribs just to
The whole half-ass dating show parody thing. At first, I obviously thought it was a lame idea. What kind of moron thought there would be an audience for this? But then we spent some time together and I realized there's something actually real here. And I don't want to give it up. I don't want to give up on us.
Listen, Tap. While we're knocking unconscious by some minor head trauma like a total weakling, Spirit confided in me that she has real feelings for you. I took it extremely well, naturally, because I trust her and value her opinions. That doesn't mean I trust you. If you want to get her, you have
major
to...
feminist vibes from him.
If you want to get her, you have to get through me first. I'm a safe.
Save.
I don't know what this means, but I'm safe. By passing Trapper's test, Tim. Coming to BHVR TV, Sundays at 8 p.m. Welcome to Trapper's test. Answer my questions correctly or die by my blade. Question 1. What is Spirit's real name? The one given to her by her murderous father, which she only lets her real friends call her.
Rin.
Okay, you got that one. Don't celebrate yet. Question 2. What lives inside Spirit?
A dragon.
Sure, everyone knows that. They won't all be this easy. Question 3. Where did Spirit work back when she was a normal college girl, before she was hell-bent on revenge?
Restaurant.
I know. To think I would date a waitress. Don't tell my father I ever mingled with the help like that. He'd be so disappointed in me. Question 4. What's the Spirit's favorite color?
Fuck. Black? Yes!
Are these questions largely superficial? Sure. Maybe I don't know Spirit that well. Maybe that's why maybe that's why it didn't work out between us. Who knows? Question 5. The final question.
You got this, Tab.
According to Spirit, what's worse than being dead?
Oh, God.
Pick one.
All the fucking not being seen for who you are. I don't know. Or unfinished, but yeah, the other one. Yes.
When I pitched Trapper's tested suits at BHV RTV, they told me that there was no room in the budget for a new car to be given as a final prize for winning. So I killed them all, right there on the spot. While killing them didn't solve any of the budget problems, it sure did feel good. I'm telling you this, A, to brag, and B, to explain why the only thing you're gonna win is me saying, congratulations for passing Trapper's test. Not that it was some huge challenge. I mean, the woman obsessed with a giant light that shines into the dark and a chip on her shoulder about being seen? Go figure. You probably guessed, but the rules are rules, even if I literally just made them up. You got it right. So I guess I approve of you dating Spirit, or whatever. I never really cared in the first place. I was just hoping you'd slip up and give me a good excuse to wet my blade with your blood. Maybe I'll find a reason tomorrow. For now, you two have fun. Wink, wink, wink. Trapper out.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more.
Say no more. I'm sorry you had to.
Sweating on that last question.
Welcome back, Jason. I don't know when you came back, but he's fucking sweating. I'm sorry you had to endure that.
What? 5 measly questions? It was nothing.
Not even that, as ridiculous and unnecessary as it was. The whole thing. The waking up in the ranting tunnel, the overhearing our argument, the news that Trapper and I had something going on, and the stupid quiz. All of it, especially the whole Trapper out catchphrase. It's only because I actually like you. None of it would have happened if I didn't.
Oh, Jason. You're upset that we can't get Trapper's one piece.
Right? I would love his old bathing outfit in Dead by Daylight.
And I like you too, Spirit.
Please, call me Ren.
Rin.
I didn't really feel like our lighthouse experience was completed. There was something else I wanted to show you. Alone up in the lantern room at the tower. Get right out of the gutter, Tap. It's not that kind of game.
Oh, fuck.
What's that? Hold on a moment. I'm being told... No, wait. It is that kind of game. Disregard the gutter comment.
Yes.
Come back up there with me.
There's no place I'd rather be.
You're excited to return to the lantern room of the lighthouse, despite all of the drama and worry that was previously part of this place for you. More importantly, you're excited to be with Spirit, which makes it all the more crushing when you're interrupted by the arrival of Claudette and Dwight.
Stop cock-blocking me! Claudette, Dwight, funny seeing you here. Wait, did I say funny? I meant tragic.
Tragic? I don't think so. What could be tragic about a family reunion? Those are always joyous occasions in my experience. Before they can explain what's even supposed to mean, the lighthouse begins to howl a low, frightening sound. The lens begins to glow with a now familiar way. You prepare to shield your eyes in case something bad happens to you again.
Now isn't the time for any reality show adjacent shenanigans. Dwight, Claudette, shield your eyes. We don't know what the lighthouse will...
Now, please don't interrupt. You think after all this time you know we've got our best interests in mind?
Wait, what? No, of course I don't think that.
Got wax in your ears, friend? Ask you not to interrupt. Too late. The black light flares. In the darkness you see something horrible and strange. In the place of Claudette and Dwight are two ghoulish silhouettes. But before you can focus on them, the light passes and the two survivors have returned to their normal states. It's breezy up here. I should have packed a sweater.
What in the hairy hell?
Hey, watch the language. You shouldn't speak that way around your elders. Grandpa?
Hello, Oni.
My little Ren, you're such a woman now. They grow up so fast.
Oh, God. Huh? What?
Tap? Meet Grandpa Kazan Yamaoka. Well, technically, not just Grandpa. Technically, he's my great-great-great-great-great-grandpa. But that's a lot of greats to say in a row. I haven't seen my little Ren since I watched her over from the afterlife when she was just a little girl. And I expected you all to say the greats. It's a matter of honor and respect. Except Rin, she can do whatever she wants. My precious little angel. But you... Oni stares at you with his demonic red eyes. You're pretty sure even the decorative third eye on his mask is looking at you. You mongrel! You must treat me with respect, or so help me, I'll be cleaning bits of your head off of my kanabo. A kanabo is like a metal baseball bat covered in spikes, FYI.
I know what a kanabo is.
I'm not sure what a peasant like you is doing so close to a descendant of the noble Yamaoka bloodline in the first place. Dirk, Claudine, explain what's going on to me. It's Dwight, sir, and Claudette, remember? We explained to you that you were going to come meet your great-great-great-great-granddaughter's suitor and to give or withhold your approval. 5 greats! Great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, sir. Your honor, master, sir. Dwight, he's a samurai, not a judge. Grandpa, they must have summoned you here because they think you have great judgment, and because they may summon my father, I would be too distracted by torturing him for all eternity to continue with the rest of the... whatever this is. Show? Game? Experience? Ah, yes, that makes sense. Only a man of my power and magnitude can help. Self-important much?
Nice to meet you, Kazan.
Only my friends and family call me Kazan. Those who tremble in fear at my presence call me Oni.
You're seeing a serious resemblance to Trapper, and not only the sheer size of the man that Oni is, but also his attitude. Apparently, Spirit has a type. You sure you can, or want to, measure up to that? It dawns on you that, wait a second, maybe you do resemble Oni. Every time you try to look at your own reflection, however, you become dizzy and confused. This definitely deserves more thought. But now's not the time to consider the fact that you might be some kind of hulking vampire with the first ever case of self-blindness. There's a massive samurai mad dogging you from 2 steps away.
Well, you didn't scare me at all, so I'll stick with Kazan.
Why would you say? Not your
As
choice.
like my knees are shaking, like visibly, just
You don't scare me at all. Piss just
you don't
rolls down your leg.
scare me at all. So I'll stick with Kazan.
Peasant! I realize now the true purpose of my visit is to extinguish your light.
Oni waves his katana in the air at you menacingly, like great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, like great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter, apparently. Hold up there, Grandpops. Not so fast. You're only supposed to kill them if they deserve it. First, you should get to know them a little better.
Young people these days, always waiting to kill people, insisting they must deserve it. Back in my day, we did what needed to be done because your nobility depended on it.
In his day, for such an imposing presence, he sure is giving off serious old man yells at Cloud vibes.
Get off my lawn!
You see, when I was a young man, we didn't have foreigners in our land. Didn't need them. We had an abundance of culture already. A little too much, if you ask me. But I didn't make the rules. The rulers did. Exactly how it should be. Literature, art, commerce, theater, fashion, poetry, puppet shows, ghost stories, courtesans, gambling, fighting, fine dining, fast food, public executions.
Also fast feuds.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Spirit giggles at her okay, I'm not saying all those every time. At Oni's forgetfulness. You wonder, does she even like this guy? She sure hates her father, so...
What? Listen up, old man. We don't have time for you to list you two list
You are scared of him.
we don't have
It's
time
supposed to be
for
off.
you to a list of every list off every activity available to a samurai in the entirety of the Edo period.
Silence, peasant. You're showing your ignorance. Samurai were forbade from many activities that didn't befit the Bushido code, such as attending certain theatrical performances, for instance. Sometimes, however, A samurais would put on a disguise in order to seek out entertainment. No, I'm not saying I did that, because I had honor, and a body built for an entire castle that is quite hard to hide. But certainly, you have neither my honor nor my physique. You don't even know about the ins and outs of the shifting rules of traditional Japanese samurai etiquette, you fool! Rin, what do you want with such an uneducated admirer as this?
You find it hard to believe that any contemporary person knows all that stuff about who was and wasn't allowed to do what leisure activities over 100 years ago. However,
Oh god.
you're not really
I
sure how
thought-
to handle this massive demonic old man.
I thought he was gonna start giving me a quiz about Japanese samurai etiquette, but I'm like, no.
Oh wait, I get it. Sweet Ren, my beautiful descendant. You've invited me here to do what you're too kind to do. Bash the jerk's head in. Claude, Doris, fetch my carnival. Rin, wrap your robe around this mongrel's hand and hold them still. We'll splatter their brains on the beach, together, as a family.
Grandpa, no! That's not why I invited him here at all. In fact, I didn't invite you. Claudette and Dwight did.
Ah, haha, yes, sure. Wink, wink, wink.
The whole saying wink out loud thing is getting out of hand. Him and Trapper really do have a lot in common, don't they?
I swear, Tap is a good soul and the heart of a warrior. They fought for my love, in their own way, faced down death, more than that. They put up with their fair share of nonsense.
Nonsense, which seems to be endless. Can we, I don't know, wrap this up already?
Of course, of course. Who am I to expect anyone to wait around for my approval? I've only been hanging out as a ghost and watching my bloodline be polluted by cowards and quitters for 5 generations. Just come give your ancestor-in-law a hug.
Sword drawn, Oni beckons you closer. There's no way he has ever hugged anyone in his entire life.
I think I'm good over here, actually.
Rin, now! Push them my way and I'll split them in half. The sacrifice of our usurper to the Yamaoka bloodline will surely bring us back to life and set us back to the course of honor.
You're so silly, Grandpa. We both know that only one sacrifice can get our family back on track. Revenge on my father, your great-great-great-great-grandson, traitor to the Yamaoka name.
The lustful violence in your voice. It fills me with cheer.
I'll never forget who I am.
I suppose, if this person you want to be with, to go on your journey of bloody revenge with, I should trust your judgment. The strength inside you blooms at the same cherry tree that was planted centuries ago by our shared ancestors.
And if Tap ever treats me poorly, you have my word on our family's honor. I will wield my katana and gut them like a fish. A tear rolls down from behind Oni's demonic mask. You sure you want to marry into this?
And one last word of advice, my dear girl. The father stuff, don't forget it. But maybe stop focusing so specifically and obsessively on it. What he did, it was awful, but it was already done. Do something for yourself now. Just my 2 cents. Be well, Ren. I will see you again soon. Now let us go, servants. Clit, Denise, return me to the stables.
Clit?
Clint.
I thought you said clit. I was like, ooh.
Return me to the stables. I assume my dragon has been fed and tended to.
Yes, sure. I swear this is still better than dealing with Trapper's dad.
I'm sorry if I was disrespectful of your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He seems like a very special man. I realize I will never measure up to someone like that. A warrior with a hell of a fashion sense. I mean, that mask.
Don't worry. I would never expect you to, or want you to, really. If all I wanted was the biggest brute alive, I'd be down in Trapper's Cave right now, avoiding his vintage bear traps. But that's not the life I would imagine for myself. The sense of abstract duty, anger at the world changing around me, a lust for blood, that's no way to live. And yet, as you now know, that is the Yamaoka way of life. Forever, I'm cursed to battle against the dragon that lives inside me. Or at least, maybe I was until now.
Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby!
We might need to change the title to Call Me the Dragon Tamer, baby.
Oh, that's going to be the title of the video.
You haven't won this game yet. Please, don't ruin it.
Fuck. Sorry, I have no idea where that came from.
I think we spent enough time in the Lantern Room. We should get back to the beach. The moonlight sets a romantic mood as storm clouds roll in and surround the black lighthouse. You know, the sun must have set, but if we wait long enough, it'll rise again.
Oh.
Spirit removes her sheer robe, showing you her strappy black bikini. Her pale skin glows under the light of the moon. Maybe you could help me get a head start on applying tomorrow's sunscreen.
Again? I mean, yeah, of course. Last time was, well, I definitely felt more connected to you afterwards.
To be totally real with you, I kind of just asked you as a goof, but I really enjoyed it. I swear, though, if you tell anyone about this, I will not be labeled as a foot freak. Not that there is anything wrong with feet. It's just that something about that kind of attention really gets people talking. Steady. Steady. Oh no, I gotta do this video game again. Almost. Almost. Yes. Almost. Oh, I'm gonna do it bad. Almost. Yes. Almost. Oh no, I missed. Close. Yes. God, that's so goddamn hot. I love feeling your hands sliding up and down my feet and between my toes. My skin has never been more moist. Get up here right now.
Oh, yeah.
Before you can find a towel to wipe off your lotioned hands, Spirit grabs you and pulls you in close. Her lips lock onto yours. They're surprisingly soft and warm. The sensation is
incredible.
Clouds cover the moon and you find yourself on the beach with Spirit in complete darkness. You can feel the narrow straps of her bathing suit come undone and come to life, snaking through the air, wrapping around your body, lifting you up and off your feet. Come here, you.
So this is what it feels like to fly. Oh my god!
As Spirit pulls you close, you feel bits of glass press into your flesh. Pain and pleasure mix as it wash over you like an ocean. Salty air stinging your skin as you writhe against your undead lover. The lighthouse howls. In the darkness, you're pretty sure the Spirit lets the dragon inside take over. If it kills you, you're sure it will have all been worth it. The clouds part just as you manage to pull yourself, exhausted, away from Spirit.
Oh.
A chunk of broken glass is lodged in your shoulder, which you pluck it from. When you pluck it from your skin, it drips blood.
Sorry, I think this got stuck into me when I was having the best night of my life.
Spirit drags her fingertips over the sharp end of the glass shard. Keep it. Consider it a memento. I've got plenty more where that came from.
Oh.
Oh. You arrive at the beach and find Claudette and Dwight waiting for you. Now's the time, Tap, to face your destiny. Actually, about that, Tap, can we talk privately? Maybe not here. Maybe someplace else would be better for this talk. You know how we feel about schedules, Spirit. Very strongly. And you know how I feel about you telling me what to do. Don't do it. Like I said, I'd rather have this talk with Tap privately. It's not right to do here in front of everyone.
You know, from my experience in upper management at my father's mine, I learned that if you're going to fire someone, it's best to do it in public so they don't freak out.
Sorry, I gotta say. I've been reading a lot. I need to save.
Oh, yeah.
Please, enough of the fire talk. Wait, you think... No, she couldn't be. They seem so in love. Well, I mean, not really. Spirit is still Spirit. But if I tried to imagine Spirit in love, I suppose, she hasn't attempted to murder Tap yet. So... Okay, fine. Your guess is as good as mine, really. The girl is very hard to read. A word of advice, though. If you're going to end it quickly. In my experience, the more pathetic the creature, the more annoying the final howls are. I don't need any advice. Everyone out. Except for Tap. Did someone say final howls? That's kind of my whole jam. I can stay right. Especially you. Out. Lame. Alone with Spirit, you feel something awful hanging in the air. More awful even than lingering smell of the Cleaver body spray. Ugh, that gag. I'm gagging. We're all gagging. for Cleaver body spray.
Spirit, Rin, I don't know what you plan on saying, but before you say anything, just know that I really, really enjoyed my time with you. Getting to know you over the past few days helped me to get to know you myself, or to get to know myself. For that, I just wanted to say thank you.
That's sweet. You're welcome. And you know what? It's the kind of thing that shows me you've got a good heart inside you. Too good for me to carve out and toss into the ocean, but also too good for me to love. I need someone who shares my interests, someone I can connect with, someone jaded and dispassionate, only driven forward by the desire for revenge. I need someone who isn't warm, that I could feel cold in comparison. I need someone who isn't you. Can we just be friends?
I don't know if...
Before you finish that, just know, if we're not friends, we'll probably become enemies, and I will destroy you.
Friends it is!
I'm glad to have you here with me when I need you, but also not too close to me when I don't. So yeah, I'll see you around. Spirit starts to leave.
Wait, what? That's it? That's how this ends? You're just leaving me here?
I'm not sure I'd use the word ends. As for the matter, I wouldn't say that I'm leaving. But us? We're definitely through. The fact that you can't see that, well, it just proves that we were never really belonged together anyhow. Good night, Tap.
What the hell? I just spent all this time on this island doing everything I can to get to know you, only to be told that I should just leave the chocolate factory through the side door?
I don't know what that means. Anyway, I said good night, Tap. See you around. Jeez, I'm sorry. What a bummer.
Hey, I did... why did she keep saying she'll see me around?
Gosh, I have no idea. And so, my precious killers lived happily ever after, as they should, learning to love themselves first and foremost, whilst trapped in a never-ending cycle of torture of my design. Wait, did I just spoil my true identity? You made it this far. You should probably know that. That you'll have to play again to find out more. Goodbye, Tap. See you again later. And again, and again, and again. Forever.
I got the friend zone ending.
Well,
Or is that like Spirit's actual ending?
oh, I don't know. Because I technically got the friend zone ending as well, but at least you're not tied up in a basement.
Yeah. I mean, we had a fucking awesome night with Spirit. Hell yeah. Call me the Dragon Tamer, baby!
Well, so that's the game.
Yeah.
And it's
Fun.
very cute. And I'll have to play it again to see what the hell happens to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. We need, like, the whole crew to, like, voice the different killers.
Because it's a bit of work.
Yeah. Especially if you're doing all of the killers and the narrator
And the ocean. And Claudette and Dwight.
Yeah.
Karen and Dean. Whatever you want to care of. Carrie and Dennis.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'll have to ask the others if they ever want to do that with me or with us, and we'll have to do another run through and see who does what. I mean,
I'll probably be voicing Wraith, and Jacob's probably Tapper.
Trapper. Yeah, we'd have to see who we like, who's actually the person dating though. I mean, it's fine whoever it is. I think if we do it next time, maybe we should let Bon or Jacob be the person who's dating, but they can still do a monster if they want to.
Yeah.
Unless it's a monster they're going for, and then I'll take it over or whatever.
I mean, if Jacob's doing it and he's not going after the Trapper, then he can voice the Trapper.
He wouldn't want himself.
Exactly.
Okay. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't really think there's any way to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. So I can't save the game. It would just load from where we were last time.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's the game, everybody. I'll go ahead and cut it there, and we'll probably do another stream at some point and go after another killer. But to be honest, if it's Jacob, he's probably going to go after the Huntress.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway, thanks guys for watching the Dragon Tamer baby.
Yeah, yeah.